single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Tony the Sword Assassin. Welcome to our Saturday show, and I'm not sure if tonight we're gonna have any of the new member joining us, but hey, if we have a new member joining us today, they'll find out a lot about our group as a whole. I mean, I think it's a good idea for new members to join us in this kind of chat because they can really have a live engagement thing going on with all of us, and kind of like ask questions about what don't they know about our group, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people who just jump into our group don't have the best understanding of what is different about our group. If I got that described correctly, what is different about our group? Here we go. My team in my well, hey, she had to deal with that for the rest of her life. Today I'm just gonna smoke this the Tatuaje limited edition that was sent to me. I actually don't know which one this is, so I know it's box press. I'm just gonna smoke it. You know, a lot of times just gotta hop in, jump down, heads first, and see what happens. I mean, I'm probably in the worst combination of smoking time for myself, because like I'm having the neck pain, which gives me migraine, which gives me dizziness, which gives me annoyingness, and I'm also on a pseudo keto diet, which makes me dizzy and fatigued in the beginning. So like I'm in the combination of the worst. But here's a good thing though. I was able to open my window today for smoking, so the smoke won't linger as much, won't get me as much. So definitely a plus when you try to smoke on not the best condition smoke. Sherry's here, Jason's here, Michael was here, Brad is here, Blue Collar Sticks, Kyle's here. Okay. Joe's here, Brian, Sammy, I think that's pretty much everybody. Did I miss anybody? So, how did the flight go? Tiring, as usual. See, I do it at the time that you guys don't even notice I'm gone. So, you know, I try. I really try to not miss any of the shows as much as I can. You know, if I'm doing like a 3-4 day flight, then yeah, I can't be able to come back, and usually I'll have to leave you guys something like 30-second videos to watch. But you know, if I can make it back the same day, I choose the flight to make it back on the same day. Chatting with you guys is actually very important for me. So, hey, Buffalo Bush Outdoor, got your coin today. Did I do a good job on the coin? Did I do a good job on the coin? You know, by now you guys should know, if it's not perfect, I'm not making it. You know, if it's not good, I'm not making it. So, glad that, you know, we're able to get it to that point. Now, hey, Chris. Now, some of you, I know that if you're free right now, go ahead and kind of shoot some new members a message. Have them come over here to learn about our family. I think that's the best way for them to learn about our family. When you know, a few of our new members in the past will join us from the show itself. And I mean, if you join us from the show itself, obviously you kind of know what we do here. You know, we're about family. We're about good friendship, familyship, and we do things with each other. We share information. It's not just a place where you just post pictures, you know. Y'all have the best swag. We do. We don't have every swag yet, but we probably do have the best swag. I mean, bar none, the whiskey glass is probably the coolest thing we ever created. The coin is getting better and better, and you guys already pre-saw how the 2021 coins is gonna look like. So expect that one to be over the top. I can only tell you that. Expect that one to be over the top because so much detail in there. I'll be surprised if they, you know, if they won't have trouble trying to put all that detail in there because the fine detail is in there. So as you guys know, we added 13 members to our group, and judging based on we're on 12 people right now, the 13 members are not on the show right now. But you know, I really want them to kind of eventually stumble onto this video and know that our group is very important on the rules. It's standard rules, such an easy rule to follow, but you know, if you screwed up, goodbye. You know, our group doesn't necessarily need more people. Our group is slow growing. Actually, I think we probably do more kicking people out than adding people in. if you added the audit part together, so we actually do a lot of kicking people out. That's why it's very important to follow the rules, be there, hang out, spend the time, then just be a nobody and nobody remember who you are, you know? Because it's not like our group is not a place where you put like, you know, like a bulletin board, you just put ads on there and then you just never see each other kind of thing. No, our group is like, even if we don't see each other, we feel like we knew each other enough to fear the boot, enough to joke around and hang out and meet each other, you know, in the lounge and feel like you haven't seen a friend for a long time kind of thing. Not like, I don't know if I want to hang out with this guy. It's once you see another member, it's like, oh my god, let's hang out, let's have a smoke, let's chat. You know, that's the kind of atmosphere that we have in our group, and which is pretty important to me. I mean, I want everybody's like, you know, when we hang out on 2021, this better be like, ah! You know, it should better be shaking hands for strangers, hugging is for friends, kind of thing. You know. Aside from like if there was Chapin, Jeff, and James. Even nonary, you kind of had to be afraid and just stay a little distance, you know, 10 feet distance. Interaction is what it's about. It is. I mean, that's what a group is for. I mean, if you just want to post picture, Instagram is your best friend. You can post it and people will read it, and you don't have to deal with nobody. All right. Right, Casa Cuevas Cabanos. That's what got me into Casa Cuevas. It is definitely the thing to get into Casa Cuevas. I was much more impressed with that one than the Connecticut, but then, you know, the naturals fixed it. It's just the way it is. Wild Bill is really cool, but I haven't seen Wild Bill for a while. What happened? So, Taiwan just had a election yesterday. The outcome was expected. Outcome came as expected. So I'm okay with that. So I'm content with that. You know, I'm not had to think about it anymore. I'm done. The Reserva is on fire. The Reserva deserve to be burned. Okay, let's just say this way: the Reserva deserve to be burned. So, he posted today. Yeah, I saw him post, but I wasn't sure what's he up to. Hopefully, you know, Tim will get the message and get those back in stock because, you know, we're buying them, so why not, you know. don't get it to a point where you'll buy it directly from the manufacturer. Okay, don't get it to that point. Just put it together. Get it all together. The code for those brands are still active until the end of the month. So if that stopped working again, let me know and I will bother him again. All right. It's Allison. Welcome, new member, Allison. So welcome to one of these chats. Usually we have on Wednesdays, we have on Saturdays, 9 p.m. Eastern time, unless there's some other things, happening. But welcome to your very first one. We chat about, ideas, things that are happening in the group, what's going on, updates on stuff, votes, tossing out ideas, share information. So now that particular line, let me look it up again. I think I had it before, but I'm not too sure, huh? Let me just double check. Yeah, this is what I saw it the last time we were hanging out, but I did not smoke them. Now, I don't know if they're good cigars, but here's the problem. They are not hard to find. That's number one. Number two, all their cigars look the same. The presentation isn't like, so I end up not smoking. Because for me, presentation was number one. You had to have that presentation first. So I prioritize other stuff, because if you hang out with Brendan, you expect to smoke like 8 or 9 smokes. So you have to pace yourself. I can mention the name. I didn't say he did anything with him. He didn't do anything with him. I hang out with him and I saw this cigar and I did not smoke it. Alright, so yeah, if you ask me about that cigar, I saw it, I didn't smoke it, but it's because the thing. But if I hang out with Brendan, I just choose whatever he's rapping. Whatever he's not rapping gets put in the back burner. You kind of have to. You have to figure out a way to last 8 cigars. Alright, when you hang out with Brendan Wells, you gotta figure out a way to last 8 cigars, if not more. Okay, if you can't last that, then you will be in big trouble before tomorrow, because the next day you're expected to go another 8 cigars. Okay, because he's literally Alright, this is what happens. Okay, first you go hang out, you go to a shop, and you go to the humidor and you buy cigars. Oh, I'll buy this, right? So I bought a few and I sat down, and then he comes in like this. I don't have a good example, but here's a small example. He'll walk over to his little cabinet thingy, the carry-on thingy, and then he'll come over like this. Let me just set it up so I can show you guys how it looks like. He goes over there and says, "Hey, Tony, there you go. Put this in your bag." He will like this. He goes like this. All right. He's like, "Just put it in your bag right now. There you go." Right? Hey, Martin. Like, Michael Wells can literally vouch for this. He goes over like this, and he's like, "There." And then you literally, that's your set amount for the day. Alright, that's your set amount, because this won't be the last time he did this. Alright, in a few hours this might happen again. So this is no joke. Anybody who ever hang out with Brendan will be able to vouch for that. This is how he hang out. He goes in there and he just bunches. There you go. After you buy any cigar, you just about to buy a cigar. That's what happens. That's what happens. All right. And then aside from that, it's like, oh dude, that ashtray looks sick. And then he's like, there you go. Okay, that's literally what happened. The ashtray looks like sick. There you go. You want one too? There you go. This is what happens. I am not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. You cannot just sit there and just simply drink a drink. That doesn't happen. You go over there, it's like, psh. All right, that's what happens. So this is why we always urge people, if you know Brendan is doing the event somewhere, and then you just go. Just go. Just go. You're gonna get much more than any other people in that room. Just because you're part of SSL. You're gonna get that much. You go in there to buy like 2 cigars, you go out with like 15. That's how Brendan does. It's not, well, 15 including the 8 that is already in your system because you're not leaving anytime soon. So Austin hasn't snowed at all, but it did in Dallas. By the way, every member that's in those like disaster zone, because I heard tornado, I heard storm, I heard snow, all kind of stuff. And if it happens in your area, make sure to come to the group and just report that you're safe. Simple. I'm safe is okay. Right? Just I'm safe is okay. If you're not safe and you need help, you can't get a cup or anything, just go to the group and just simply type "I need help." That's all you need to do. I need help, and then we will go to the directory, find out which state you are, and then call for help. Because I know a lot of time things happen, and if you can't get help, go get help. We'll help you get help. Very important, very important. Because Mother Nature is not to be played with. Because when she's pissed, she's a big bitch. So yeah. So we have Allison here. I really wanna welcome her, open on, because she's from Bob Cigar Guy, so she's from that channel all the time, and Bob Cigar has do a really good job mentioning us all the time. Literally every other episode I hear our group name in there, and right here while I'm here, I wanna remind everybody that hold on. I don't have it ready, so I have to remind everybody. Okay, now my wife did mention that I should have used the Angel by Sarah McLaren, but for copyright reason, I can't really do that. So let me just go find that thing again. Okay, hold on a second. Just give me a few minutes. I should have it from yesterday. Is it this one? Hold on. One second. Hi everyone, I'm Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. I would like to remind you, if you haven't made your $20 donation to Bob, the very sad Bob, you should donate that $20 or more right now. All you have to do is pick up the phone, open your application, and donate $20. He needs your help. Your immediate help will make him happy. Will make a lot of people happy. Very important. You know you want to help. If you haven't been asked, consider yourself asked, because it's very important. $20 or more. Do it right now. Pick up your phone. Don't regret. Don't wait. Now is the time. Alright, before I get into too much trouble on that particular music. So let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. I don't want to use that music too often, you know. So Bob needs your help. The goal is 127 people right now. I think there's only 7 or 8. So my wife heard your voice and yelled at me for say hi for her. Hi. No sad Bob, only half Bob. I'm happy Bob. Yeah, don't wait. I mean, I know that, you know, everybody has their own budget and stuff like that, and I really think that the $20 is worth it. It's literally 2 Happy Meals, two McDonald's meals. So, you know, do it for the great cause. Do it for the great cause, because he's, you know, he's making a lot of good videos. He's trying to step up the game to make it even better for us, you know, and really help. So, where do I send the money? I don't know if I still have that image. Hold on a second. I don't want to make this like the entire thing an infomercial, but you know, let's just add something to it. So that's the account, Venmo. You see, there's a Venmo name on there. It's Bob Dash the Cigar Guy. Okay, you'll see the logo. You'll see the logo. So you can do Patreon. You can. I'm thinking that he probably prefers Patreon because it's continuous. But if you just want to do a one-time payment, this is the way to go because they don't charge fees. So let's leave it on there for a couple more minutes. But yes, you're absolutely right. Planning a wedding suck donkey balls. Okay, aside from the location and food, the most expensive thing you'll ever pay for is flour. That is the most not worthy things to pay for. Flowers. Okay. If you order bouquets and stuff, like flowers, most expensive thing. I remember the flower for my wedding is like, what's that, like 14,000 or something like that, some serious amount, just for, you know, vases of flower, and even the vase is like $100 vase or something like that. It was some ridiculous amount. So yeah, flower is the number one thing that you'll spend the money on. Be careful of open bar, because I made the mistake of doing open bar, and people, like, seriously, when I get married, there's a lot of like college friends and stuff like that, and they have no mercy when it comes to open bar, because open bar, top shelf, bottles after bottles. They will literally just like, they go to the bartender, just grab a bottle of whiskey and just walk around. It's like, just give me the whole entire bottle and just walk around with it. So yeah. Every little thing. Alright. Photographer is expensive too. Here's the thing, alright? When you book photographers, very important, make sure you know this, okay? In your contract, make sure that you own the right to your photo. Because when you hire a photographer, the key is that they own your photo. They own the rights to your photo. You cannot reproduce them, even if you have them. Did I miss a comment? Jay Quick, and make sure you keep us updated on, you make sure you're safe, okay? So your photographer owns your photo. You cannot reproduce them. They can actually sue you for it. And a lot of times you won't even have the main file. So make sure that you add it to the contract that you will own the photo. All right, you will own the rights to those photos and video, whatever that's cost. Trust me, it's much more worth it, because that means they cannot use your photo. Because if photographer take photo for you, they own your photo. They can use it for whatever they want. Well, even if you buy actual prints and disc or both, you're still not allowed to reproduce them. Like when you go to, like, for example, Walgreens try to print them out, they'll ask you for the rights for it. Sometimes they're like, do you have right to produce these, even if it's your own wedding photo? So that has been done, you know, a lot of times. So the fiance was to hire my cousin for $20 with his iPhone. That didn't go well. Yeah, trust me. At the end of your photo shoot, you had to choose what photo to put in your wedding album. Majority will be like a no. Alright? Your wife will never be satisfied. They will always want more photos. They will always want more photo shoot in the future. So, expect that. Expect that. Remember this, okay? It's your party, but it's her wedding. It's your party that you're throwing, but it's her wedding. It's not yours. Her wedding. So keep in mind. Keep in mind. Keep in mind. Like, one of the problem is that I'm Asian. Asian guys pays for the entire wedding. All right. I don't know if you guys still follow that. I heard that, you know, in Western culture, the female side pays for the wedding because it's her wedding. But for Asian side, if you can't afford the wedding, you're not getting married. That's it. The end. Okay. So, just make sure that you keep enough money, because that's all. Like, you know, it's gonna make sure you do it right the first time too, because last thing you want is for her to say, I want a vow renewal, I want a second wedding. Yeah, then you will spend twice as much. Make sure you do it right the first time. Right one time, first time. Okay. No, it's just our regular YouTube stuff. So, we heard the news about what, there's gotta be 4 that dropped out the what, PCA now. Is that PCA now? That's what, 18% of their entire show, which is big. Now I don't know what a TPE is gonna be doing. Most likely the same. I personally, you guys already heard it from me before. I don't think that show is necessary at all. I really don't think that show is necessary at all. You go into a really big area and smoke a bunch of cigars. That could have been done differently to the clients, to the consumers. Would have been done better, like if you just let them free will purchase, try something, you know. They are the lightweight zipper hoodie. Yes, I only make one, so. Now, I have a friend that did that too, the disposable, but then turns out that everybody's photo was like blurry. There was no good photo. I honestly don't think Saka has that many fans, to be honest, that will just go to the thing just to meet Saka. I mean, I can imagine that, like, if you're just like regular people, you want to go to a specific event and Saka's there, you want to go take a picture with them. But how many people, though these hoodies are not available now, how many people actually will go to a large special event just to see Saka? Because if you're in that kind of event, you probably meet Saka many times, and then it's not a big deal kind of thing, you know. When we did an engagement photo, it was ridiculous how much work for the IG press. Not easy job. It is not easy job. Yeah. Yeah, these hoodies are not available. I just made it for me because that's what I wear all the time. So I wear a hoodie all the time. You guys know that. Come on. So yeah, for the PCA, I think at best 2 more years. At best 2 more years, it's gotta go to drain. I think it's gotta go to drain. Best thing I tell brides is people are really there to see you. It's true, but at the same time, the brides want a memorable one, because you only do it one time in your life. Supposedly, you only do it one time in your life. You don't want to do it a second time. Trust me on that one. So you want to do it one time and do it right. You don't need to blow the snow. next few days it's gonna melt and disappear. She designed turkey leg. Turkey legs are great. I mean, at least when I go to Disney World, the first thing I buy was a turkey leg. That's like the first thing I ate. Turkey leg every time I go to Disney World. I haven't been there for a while now. Like I think I grow so old now. I don't find that interesting to me anymore. Especially in Disney area, you can't smoke. There's no place for you to enjoy a cigar. Not even near the hotels. But yeah, and also yeah, I want to tell you guys about that cigar I posted. All right, it's the Wangguan cigar that I showed you guys many times. This particular one is supposed to be sweet, and it's supposed to be supposed to have like a soy sweetie like kind of like flavor. It's supposed to be a dessert cigar. It's the size of a Corona cigar. They give like weird sizes because they get like millimeters and centimeter sizes. I can't convert that. All right, but based on the length and the look of it, it looks like a Corona cigar, and I don't know if they have it. It's they are similar to like a Cuban pack, a pack of fives, and then put 4 or 5 pack together, so it'll be like 5 pack of 25s. So in that shape and that size from the picture that I was given, I can only tell you that it's got to be similar to Corona, and I was told that it's got to be a dessert cigar. It's a really quick dessert cigar. My wife's wedding dress. I showed you guys my wife's wedding dress before, right, on screen. My wife's wedding dress is not. She cannot move. That wedding dress is like 40 pounds, right? She cannot. She cannot move in that dress. Like there's no way to move in that dress. Here, for those people that have never seen it. Alright, ready? Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. She cannot move in that dress. That entire dress is beaded, is so heavy. We can't even do a dance. We had to just hold and just move left, move right, move left, move right, because we couldn't even move. That dress is so heavy. So heavy. Sosa Family Cigar is a Disney Spring. I've been there. They're not good. There's not much in there. There's not much in there. They have their own brand, like blend, and they have some A Fuente, and that was pretty much it. There was not much selection in there. They sold mostly their own brand, and then there's no way to tell whether or not they're good. So, all right. So let me show you guys how big this wedding dress is. Okay, she cannot move. And I'm probably gonna get in trouble because the bridesmaids are in there, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. Save. Alright, here it goes. She cannot move. Oh, the picture's too big. She cannot move. This is how big the dress is. She cannot move. She have to like literally sit everywhere, and at best she can stand straight, and that's pretty much it. Let me see if I can show you guys. This dress is so big. It's lobster tail. I call that lobster tail. It went back to the beginning of the show. I didn't do anything. You see how big that is? There is no way anybody can walk in this thing. She cannot even walk. You like literally take people to help her to carry that dress and walk around, because there was no way to walk around. Here. I'm look pretty stupid in this, but hey. So yeah, there was no way to walk around in that. She cannot even dance. We literally just left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. There was no way to get in there. There was no way to move in this. Here's some more. We literally have her change dress because there was no way she can move around in it. So we moved to a smaller dress, the lighter dress, a smaller dress. So you can see that white dress that's lighter. She had to move into that so she can move because she couldn't walk. She could not walk. Alright. And then even this she can't dance into it. So she had to change again. She had to change again. Let me see. Let's scroll down. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. So she had to change it into this so she can move, because there was no way to move around. So she had to change to this at the end after the cake cutting so that she can dance. That's actually the dress that she danced in. Here's one. That's a that she was able to dance in this particular dress because the other two dress, I think her main dress is about 40 something pound. 40 something pound plus it dragged all the way down. So there was no way that she can dance in it. Yes, it is absolutely true. You're supposed to keep the toppers for just for the husband and wife to eat at 1 year anniversary. And I can tell you this, okay? At 1 year anniversary, the cake tastes like crap. Okay? The taste of the cake is not the same anymore. I put it in the freezer the entire time, and when I bring it out, it looks great, but I don't know why people eat it. A cake that's 1 year old. Not a good idea. You and your wife might go to have diarrhea together. Okay? Our cake was some stupid amount too. It was some stupid amount. Probably in the 4-digit range, 5-digit range. So it was stupid too. We don't have that many people, but at that time there was she saw the royal wedding. She saw the royal wedding, and she's like, I want a cake that looks just like that. And we went to the cake store, and we're like, we want a cake just like that. All right, whatever you can shove in there, we want it. And then she's like, well, you can't do that in like a 3-tier cake. I was like, how many 3-tier cake feeds? And they're like, oh, it feeds about 100, 150 people. We're like, that's not enough. Even though we only have 100 guests. We have 100 guests, and the cake is so big, everybody have 2 to 3 slices. And there was 3 flavoring there, 2 to 3 flavoring in there that I didn't even get to eat. We're so busy talking to everybody, I didn't get to eat it. All right, so I think if I can find it. I didn't get to eat that cake. I get 1 bite, literally. So you haven't been married that long? I have been married for, well, I've been with my wife for like what, 15 and 16 years, but we've been married for like 10 years, 10 years maybe. 10 years. In fact, the pen that I use at my desk is for my wedding. You see the dust? I didn't even clean it. This is the pen that we use in our wedding. Alright, so here's a... that's not a good picture. I'm trying to see if I can show you guys the picture of her college friend. Literally just took a whole bottle of whiskey and just walk around and make everybody drink whiskey. Yeah. Yeah, this guy to the very right. So the first guy here, this guy just walks around with whiskeys everywhere and just make everybody drink whiskey. So like, yeah, open shelf, watch out for that. Open that. What is that? Trick we're doing is buy a show cake that looks real. Yeah, I know a lot of people buy box and then just put those like covering over it and looks like a cake, and they tell you to cut only the very bottom because the top of the cake is all fake, or very like middle. Don't cut all the way down because it's just for the look. But we have entire thing was cake. I bought a wedding for $2,000. My wife is officiant in chapel. We rent it. For our wedding, we went to get married for paper with a justice of peace, and it was a female. And our actual wedding, we hired another justice of peace. That's a guy that looks like Santa Claus, because she's like, you know, if you're gonna get married, you gotta get an officiant that actually looks like an officiant. So that's what happened. Let's see if there's any picture on that. But the flower was expensive. This is how the flower looks like. If I never show you guys how the flower looks like. So we have tables with these kind of flower all around. We have on the wall, I have on the table, we have like everywhere. So these are what costs probably by far the most, because we have like 10 of those, and and few flower in the front, back, sides, and all that stuff. That costs thousands. So yeah, I don't, you know, it's not. It's expensive. Make sure you save enough money for it, because it's very important. Don't do it. Don't try to save money on it, because she will want another one. She said I could have a cigar bar, so I changed my mind. See if I can find the. I can't find it. It's all like these are the photographer's picture. I mean, I don't have anybody else taking a picture at the time. My wife and my first wedding was by Justice Peace, and then second was through a church, our 10-year anniversary. Yeah, I don't do it in church because obviously, first of all, it's hard to get everybody in the same spot. So, and choosing the right church and all that stuff is a hassle. I think like I do that one time and that's it for my life. That's it. I just do it one time only. One time only. That was, we rent out the entire second floor of a hotel. Alright, to do this, even though we only have 100 people. Our wedding is at the cigar festival. We met at our photos at cigar press. That's really cool. That's really cool. That's really cool. Forever stamped in there. Stamped in there. Let's see if I can. Is there any other cool photo on that one? I don't think I can find anything that I haven't shown you guys before, because like a lot of them were just like candid photo. Candid photo. Oh, I can probably find the officiant. Is the officiant here? Here, here's my officiant. She's like, I need to someone that looks like a wedding officiant. So she went through all the pictures of all the officiants, and then she chose this one. You can see the guy in the back. That looks like a wedding officiant. Now, I think the whole experience was great, except one thing. I think every single photo I'm in, I look like a perverted guy. I look like a rapist. I'm not even kidding. Like every photo I'm in, I look like a rapist. I look like a rapist. To me, at least. I was like, how did they take this photo? Why do I look like a guy that's about to, you know, stalk this woman forever? You know. But yeah, wedding, do it right, do it once. Do it right, do it once. It's very important. Do it right, do it once. Alright, have a good night. Do it right, do it once, so she can never use that against you for the rest of your life. Trust me. Trust me. No matter how good it is, even after our wedding, my wife still watched the Biggest Wedding and Say Yes to the Dress. Years after that, and every time she watches, like, oh, I should have had that in my wedding. I should have had that in my wedding. I should have had that. I was like, oh my god. Alright, good night, Chris. It was seriously scary. Seriously scary. I thought she was like, let's do another wedding. No, please. It was tiring. It was tiring. Remember, it's a party that you throw. It's not really for you. So, you know what else I found out? Remember the Great Wall cigars I talked to you guys about? Apparently, that cigar, that brand, has been rated by Cigars Journal before. It got a 95 point. 95 point in the Cigar Journal. I didn't even know that happened until I saw a sign that actually that had a wallpaper says 95 on it. Cigars Journal. So that, apparently, they rated a pretty good cigar. I have trouble to get them now. Nowadays, China is converting to more of a Cuban cigar thing, so more and more cigar shops rather carry Cuban cigar because I think the amount they're making, the profit margin is way higher because it was like, I think China, the Cuban cigars are like 200% markup, so they make so much more money. $200%, if not more. Unfortunately, I couldn't make Martin's wedding day because it's in March, and I have to go to Bob the Cigar Guy, and I have clients too. But you know, congratulations to Martin, and I'm sorry for you. Congratulations, I'm sorry. Not that he hasn't been technically married for a long time, you know. It's just a party you gotta throw. You'll find out that's the tiredest day of your life. Tiredest day of your life. You're gonna be most tired for that day, and try your best. Try your best is all I can say. Try your best. Do your best. Do your best. Alright. Next thing. Let's talk about the website. Alright, so for our home website, remember, if you want to trade any cigars, it's on the home website. Don't try to trade in the Facebook thing, because I don't know how Facebook is keeping up with their rules now, but it's just much easier if you just use the website to do it. So it's not crowding the page with like, hey, I got this to trade, I got this to trade, I got this to trade. Go ahead and post in the thing. You could go back to on the Facebook page that says you posted a tray in the homepage. You could do that. That's fine too. All right, that's fine too. And in terms of the whatever left for the coin, so starting from today, if you haven't claimed your number, your OG number for the coin, those coins are now free for all. Anybody can grab, okay? Anybody can grab any numbers that's left over. I know one guy asked me if 7 and 8 is still left over. No, they're gone. Okay? No, they're gone. Some of the numbers not the same anymore. I'll post a new one soon for you guys because a lot of people decided to bomb each other with the coins. So there are some coins being shipped to people because random nice members decide to buy your coins. Okay, so that's happening, and I will try to pack it out tomorrow and then ship it out either tomorrow or Monday, and you should get it sometime next week. Now let's talk about this cigar. This cigar, it's nice. It's got flavor. It's got a little bit of cocoa to it. More of the woodsy side though. It's got very, very light hints of pepper. Very, very light hints of pepper. Strength, probably, I would say mild plus. Almost medium. It's not medium yet because despite of me not feeling well, this is not like throw me down to the ground and beat me in the face and slap me 15 times. So it's a good cigar, and I think the reason that this is not that strong is majorly because it's a box press. Any box press are going to be lighter or easier to smoke than their counterpart. All right, than their counterpart. But this is one thing I find though, is that a lot of box press are actually either, I wouldn't call it bad construction, but it usually has a tougher draw. Usually have tougher draw for me. For example, the Rebellion box press, that cigar, I never had an easy draw one. I never had one that's easy draw, because even if they underfill it, they press it down so much that I think that it will still have problem with pressing too much, so the draw is not that good. For me, draw really bothers me. I like, the reason I like Davidoff so much is that because all their cigars are easy draw. They're like loose draw, okay? It can get a lot of smoke in one puff. You don't have to take 3 or 4 puffs just to get the same amount of smoke in your mouth to taste. So that's why I like Davidoff so much on that. And I think that a lot of brands, even though they say they test the draw, I really don't think that changed anything. It's still tight. It's still a very tight draw. It's just not the draw I like. I like a very loose draw. Not like no draw out. Not like you're just breathing through basically. Some resistance is fine, but like, why is all the cigar has that kind of draw? Oh yeah, the tumbler looks great. The tumbler looks ridiculously good. Okay. Even though I don't use a tumbler, it's one of those things that if you put it in your display case, it looks great. Okay, I have a lot of things that I made that I actually just made it to the display case. But I like it when walking around looking at them. I showed the picture, the 1-year anniversary picture you guys sent me to my wife yesterday. She said that was pretty amazing. She's pretty amazing. And then this is what I tell my wife. I say, the group sent me a present for 1-year anniversary. She's like, oh, that's really cool. And I showed her the book. She's like, oh, that's really, really cool. At least people write you letters. You officially have a fan that writes you letters. Fan letters. I was like, I wouldn't say they're fans. I mean, they're just friends. Right? and then I show her the picture. She says, that's really cool. I say, you think that's really cool? Guess what happened? And then and she's like, oh, what happened? I was like, well, they sent me a Oro Blanco. She's like, holy shit, what? And I was like, yeah, I feel so bad. She's like, yeah, what are you gonna do with those? I was like, I don't know, I was smoking at One of the Lives because I felt bad, really. I felt bad to smoke it. I really do. I mean, you guys pull up the money to do that. It's not a cheap cigar. And now, not only it's not cheap, it could be $1 for that cigar, and I'll still feel like that there's a lot of memory in that. There's a lot of meaning to it. That just make me don't want to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Once you smoke it, it's gone. You should see her eyes when I tell her it's Oro Blanco, because she knows how expensive it is, because I buy them. So her eyes just like went from a woman relative average eyes to the shadow gaze eyes. I'm telling you, that's. So I felt bad smoking it. I don't know how I gotta bring myself to smoke that, because it has all these people pool money together, all those feeling and memory in there that I just don't want to get rid of it. You know, I'm a hoarder. Call me a hoarder. All right, that's probably what it is. Like when I look at it, I was like, oh, there's a lot of memory to it. There's a lot of memory to it. There's it feels like my entire year of memories in that one box. You know. Most likely, I probably will smoke it for either Chinese New Year or my birthday. Okay, either beginning of the year or late. Alright, either beginning of the year or late. So I don't know. It's tough. I know everybody want me to smoke it. And I know I'm going to enjoy it. I might have to, you know, that's the thing. I might have to smoke in private because, you know, my eyes might get wet. Sand might go in my eyes. Smoke might go into my eyes. You know, I might have to wear my glasses again. You know. If it makes you feel better, I make sure that I got it so that we pay the least amount of tax. Well, least amount of tax, is it 0? Is it 0? I will definitely smoke it and enjoy it. And I will probably smoke it while I'm on screen because I wanted to fully enjoy it in front of you guys. Because that is, again, I think I'm not worthy of that kind of that present. Because, I mean, I think the picture and the book is already really cool. Super cool. And there's few more pages in that booklet. And what I'm going to do is, in the future, when I have new stuff like new sticker and stuff like that, I'm gonna slap it in that book so that it has more memory. From that point on, we're getting more and more stuff, and whatever we design for the group, whatever we came out with, you know, it's gonna be in that book. In that book, it will be continue to be used. It's not gonna be put away. Literally, it's on the table over there right now. So that's what I was thinking. I wanted to use that book because that book is super cool. Aside for the super long leather strap that it just hangs everywhere, everything about that book is cool. I showed it to my mother-in-law too. She's like, why do people write you letter like that? I just don't get it, because she doesn't understand what our group actually do and what people feel about the group and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, and she read the one where, you know, people feel like they got rid of their addictions and stuff like that because they were in our group and stuff like that. And she's like, wait, what kind of people are you hanging out with? I was like, people that deserve to be with and have a family with us. That's what I told her. And she didn't get it. She was like, you know, you gotta be very careful, you know. Some people might go crazy. And I told her this, okay? I told her this. Every time I hang out with them, I feel more safe than hanging out with anybody. She's like, why? I was like, because if I hang out with 5 people, 3 of them will probably be carrying. 3 people will probably be carrying. So if anybody want to come up and have beef with me, I'll eat the beef and the 3 other members will probably take care of the rest. You know? I told her I've never felt so safe. You know, when I go to Arizona, you can't be any safer with Brendan Wells standing right next to you and Michael Wells sitting next to you, and then maybe the shop owner too, because they're packing a lot of heat. I just had to sit there. I just had to sit there like, hey, if you got steak on the table, I'll eat it. That's pretty much it. And I'm pretty sure Michael Wells will be very eager to show his little price out of his pocket, or you know, Brendan will love to try out his bullet that actually damaged my entire phone. Hey, you guys didn't know, we were chatting with in the Brendan's lounge, and Brendan was pointing out his, you know, new guns and stuff, and then he showed us this bullet, and he tossed the bullet at me just so that I can look at it. It landed on my phone. It dented the screen. I literally made a dent on my screen. I had to get it repaired. It was, all it did was, that's it. The phone, I was afraid the phone was gonna break completely because that bullet, even though I had no firing power at that moment, it did to my phone. I debated for a while. Should I keep that dent as like a battle scar, or should I change it? But it was dented enough that it warped the words. It was right in the middle of the screen, so every time I was reading on it, like it warps the words. So it's like, yeah, I gotta change the screen. So yeah, I changed the phone. I changed the entire phone because I couldn't read. Because I couldn't read. But yeah, it was fun. I love to hang out with you guys for sure. 2021, like I said, there's no way I can have enough preparation for that. There's no way we can have enough preparation for that. Especially when Brendan says that, you know, Casa Cueva is gonna show up too. So, you know, that's gonna be really, really cool. Hopefully they will bring boxes and boxes of Reserva so I can bring some home, you know. Yeah, right? I was like I was like that. I was like, what? Well, that said, I still have not turned in my paperwork for the license. So I should do that. I should make that a priority. But, you know, I've been busy. I tried to find my spare time to do my traveling so that you guys don't even know I'm gone. Okay? And that's how I have to do it. That's how I have to do it. I had to bring it over. I had to ask how they want to do it because I think different state did it differently. What different city did it differently. And our town, well, our city, is not a green city. It's not a green city. I think it's like a white city. Which, whoever understand what that means, understand what that means. So, did I keep the phone? No. What happened is I sold the phone for parts. So people take the phone and then remove the screen and replace the screen. They'll resell it and I'll buy another one. Good thing is that this phone, because it's been a while, so when I rebuy them, it's only like half price now. When I bought the phone was like $1,048 or something like that. And when I buy it again, it was only like $600 something. So it was a lot cheaper to replace it. And this will be my second time replacing this phone. The first time this phone died in Japan. Why am I smoking? You know, I actually, the only thing I know is that this is a Tatuaje limited edition, like a Mexican limited edition or something like that. I do not know the actual name. I think I was told before what this is. I just don't remember exactly what this is. But it's a very relaxing cigar though. It's almost like something that you can smoke every day to a level of breakfast cigar. It's not too strong. And it's box pressed. So it's relatively light. It burns relatively fast. I think so far it burns what, 50 minutes now? 50 something minutes now. So it's actually pretty good burn time. It's almost done for me. So, you know, it's to be expected for box press though. Box press usually burn faster too. So, go ahead and just smoke it. If you got the 1916, just go ahead and smoke it. It's not a crazy cigar or anything, so. I can't tell, there's no words on it. It's a box press. So, I don't have, there's no words on it that I can identify with. So, I can't tell you exactly what this is. So yeah, some of you did receive a 1916 for me just for the heck of it. I sent out a few to thank you guys for contributing to random stuff. Just try them when you receive them. Don't save those things. They're Chinese cigars. Whenever I go, I pick up few stuff. I pick up few stuff. So don't feel like if you like it, you want to find it, I won't try to help you find them. I will. Is it better to V-count punch or a box on a box press? Okay. Straight up, I can tell you, box press, don't use punch. There you go. You can straight cut it, you can V-cut it, and I think V-cut it actually keep the surrounding cap better because they're actually pressed down, so they don't have that good of structure. But press on it, a punch is definitely a bad idea. It always ruins the cap. Alright, it always ruins the cap. Don't do a punch. V-cut. Because it will break the cap. Just think of it this way, alright? Something that's round, you punch it with something that's round, you have equal pressure on that cap. But with something that's like square, when you punch the thing into it, you're not getting an equal surface area. And especially the shorter side. The shorter side, the round is actually gonna cut the outside too. So I really don't recommend punch them. Alright, so I would really suggest you use V-cut and then cut the long side. Don't cut the other side. Now, one of the things I don't get is people that does X-cross. So you do a V-cut this way, you go do a V-cut that way. It doesn't really help you anything other than look fancy. If you gotta cut it that way, you might as well do a straight cut. It's much more cleaner. It's not, so you don't have to deal with the bits on each corner. All right. Yeah, cutting cigar is one of those things that is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Which means if you got a good V-cut, don't try to cut it in the weirdest way. Cutting the corners really doesn't do a good even draw, to be really honest with you. If you cut this corner, like just two sides of the corner instead of the center, you will get a horrible draw because now the air is gonna be drawn from the very side instead of the center. You want to draw from the center so that the heat is evenly distributed to burn the outside. Just my opinion. Now, in terms of cutter, I gotta be very honest with you. I mean, I do support a vertical cutter too, and because they're cheap and they're easy to carry around and stuff like that, one of these buys like a quarter of this. All right, so this thing is quite expensive if you compare them, right? So, does this card does its job? It does, and I can bring these and not have to worry about losing it because I don't worry about losing it. But when I'm at home, this is it. Why? Because it's so solid. It has the weight to it. When you cut into it, you don't shake. When you use like a certain cutter, when you try to cut it, they kind of shake and uneven. It didn't push enough pressure to cut it clean the very first time. So I like Calibri. The thing about Cigar, and I think you guys can understand now. I will probably not ever buy another Cigar cutter for a specific reason, because there's a company that doesn't exist yet. It's called FQI. Because that reason, I will no longer buy a Cigar cutter, despite of how cool it is. Okay, all right. So for a while, I wanted to buy that round Cigar cutter. Now I don't even have a desire for it. All right. So either use the Cigar cigar, either use the Calibri, which you could use Bob's Co. I think it still works or something. I'm not too sure. I cannot guarantee it. I had to ask Bob to get something out of it. And then I think the structure, the build quality is actually really good. And plus they look good and they're like solid. I dropped this on my floor the other day by accident and the floor dented and this thing was totally fine. So, but yeah, all I can tell you is FQI, and so I won't be buying Cigar cutter ever. I won't even buy a Cigar lighter. So that's a good way to not save money but get more. If you don't know what FQI is, I can tell you the story tomorrow, Kyle. I can tell you the story tomorrow. I just don't want to do it in public just in case it changes something. But FQI. FQI. Woo! So yeah, it's Saturday. I got off the plane 5 something this morning, and what I found out, I always thought Stop and Shop, Shaw's, and all that kind of stuff opens 24/7. Alright? I don't know if it's the same thing for you guys over there, but I always thought that Stop and Shop and Shaw's all opens 24/7. They probably close one day a week or something like that. I always thought that way. So I drove home. I almost got into an accident because some asshole doesn't know how to drive. I almost ran me off the road. But I drove back, and on my way back, I went to Stop and Shop. It was 6:44 when I arrived at Stop and Shop, and it was closed. It was closed. I was like, what? When does Stop and Shop ever close? When does Stop and Shop ever close? And I look online, they open at 7. They open at 7. So I asked myself, should I wait? Yeah, no, I actually went home just to get some sleep because I'm tired. And I just drive home to sleep, and I went out in the afternoon to do some grocery. But I didn't know they closed, ever. I thought grocery shop doesn't make sense to close because, the food are perishables. So, closing it doesn't really do any good. I think it's probably just Stop and Shop, though, because they had a strike a while back and probably just made them have to close. Because I remember back in the days, I'll go to Stop and Shop 3 a.m. and they will still be open. I remember I go into Stop and Shop 3 a.m. and they will still be open. The same with CVS too. What do you do? What do you do when it's like 3 a.m. and then somebody's sick in the house and they need some medication? You drive to either Stop and Shop or CVS to do that, right? Like convenience store. But I didn't know they closed now. Phoenix is crazy. How is that crazy, Hashimoto? Is it crazy that it closed or crazy that they opened late? We have the weirdest law. Like Sundays, you cannot buy alcohol before noontime or something, or before 1 o'clock. New York has the same thing. Like Sunday, you're not allowed to buy. You're not allowed to buy like home electronic or something like that, or alcohol until 1 o'clock or something like that. It's just weird because even if you restrict people from not buying alcohol early in the morning, that doesn't stop them from drinking early in the morning. And then if they drink early in the morning until noon and they go to buy alcohol at noontime, they still gotta be able to buy it. Why do you stop people buying alcohol? I don't understand. I don't understand that. As if changing the time to buy alcohol will change people's behavior. That doesn't make sense to me. Alright, next few minutes. This conversation may be only for the females. Maybe only for the females. Because my wife want to ask you guys for opinions. Okay? You guys keep up with the royal family in UK kind of news? Do you guys keep up with that? I think Harry's wife named Meghan. There was a news about how they are just gonna move out and do their own thing, but not giving up their royal title and stuff like that. My wife had a conversation with me. She's like, "What do you think? Do you think that's right?" Saying no alcohol Sunday before 6 a.m. That's 6 a.m. So my wife actually said, like, what do you think that people will think in the group? Do you think that's right? Do you think that's wrong? I told her, if you gotta marry into a royal family, you'll marry into a duty. That's your duty. It's like you're married in exchange of your never had to work for the rest of your life and the title of being cool, and whatever that, you know, public press that you gotta get. You are serving a duty to continue the heritage, right, by not changing it, because really it's not an emperor anymore. You know, the queen is just a something that people want to continue. It's a tradition, right? They don't have much of power. They don't dub people to death, you know, that kind of thing. It's a tradition. It's a duty that you're marrying to. You cannot just go in there and say, now that I have all that stuff, I'm gonna change around and do other stuff, right? Exactly. I say, if you guys keep up with the international news, Japan, the emperor's daughter, want to marry a commoner, and because that's against the tradition, he disowned her. She got downgraded to a commoner before she can marry to another. So, like, because if you're not keeping the tradition, you shouldn't have that title. You shouldn't have that title. And I told him, I told her that, you know, it's almost like if you decided to take on a military title, a general, or a battle council, whatever that is. You know, I can't think of it, like sergeant, whatever. Get you a title of in the military. You cannot just say, hey, now that I have the title, I'm not gonna go to war. I'm not gonna go to battle. I am not doing whatever that I'm supposed to do with this title. I am not gonna not fulfill my duty to do what I need to do. You know, you can't. That title comes with responsibility, and it's her responsibility to continue that tradition, not changing them. So for me, I feel like, yeah, she have the American thoughts, and, you know, I want freedom of love, freedom of blah blah blah. I want to do whatever I want. I'm moving out of here and keeping my Duchess title. That's like, you know, a sergeant or general after getting their title and say, yeah, I'm just gonna keep this title, and I am going to open a coffee shop and not go to war ever. Or I'm going to war with the pom-pom. I'm not gonna use guns. I'm gonna use pom-poms. You know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You know, I'm not trying to degrade people in UK, but people need to have the right mind. Like, you know, don't do something like, hey, let's do Brexit, and then go, yeah, that was a mistake. Let's go back. Let's go back. So Brexit and then un-Brexit. It was a stupid idea to start with. Come on. Stupid idea to start with. Can't buy alcohol here after 2 a.m., but you can buy at 6 a.m. All liquor are sold in stores here. They don't open until 10 a.m. So whoever came out with that dumb idea. So yeah, she asked me, like, you know, to ask you guys what you guys think. I told her, this is what I told her. I told her this. I said, I gotta be really honest with you. I will ask the group, but I can tell you that 99.9% of the people in the group would not give a shit at what you want to do. Because that's not us. You know, it's not like if it was news like Meghan the Duchess decided to change the rules so that all UK cigar no longer pay tax. Oh, then we will care about it. I'm pretty sure we will care about that. But Meghan decided to keep her title and not do her duty. Nobody cares. Really, nobody cares. Liquor store closes at 9 p.m. and opens 10 a.m. and I'll close on Sunday here in Texas. That sucks. That's like saying that you don't have a right to drink on Sundays. But then again, like, if you knew that, you just gotta buy more ahead of time anyway. What does that change? What does that change? That just tell people that if you want to drink on Sunday, buy more on Saturday. What does that change? Right? If you plan to drink on Sunday, buy on Saturday. That doesn't change anything. I don't know why they make that law. Exactly. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. You know, now I wouldn't be surprised if Meghan dies tomorrow. Okay, I'm not trying to curse her or anything, but I think Princess Diana is a good example. What happened? You try to change the tradition because people in UK really look, they look up to the Queen. They look up to the Queen. Even the Queen does not have that much political power, like what standard political power. They look up to the Queen. They think it's a tradition. They're proud of it. And if you try to change something, someone's just gotta, I volunteer as a tribute kind of thing, you know? Isn't that like a slap in the face? If England had to face that twice? It's like, first America decided to declare independence, now their own Duchess declare independence, but keep the title. Declare the independence, but keep the title. I really don't understand why they changed the time. What is the difference between 3 a.m. all the way to 5 a.m.? You think that 3 hours is gonna stop anybody become alcoholic? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that doesn't change anything. I think that actually, I don't know. Other than being a weird thing. Megan was like a movie star, right? Was like a she does some movies and stuff like that. I'm not too sure. I don't keep up with, like, if she didn't mention to me, I don't really remember her name. That's how insignificant she is to me. You know, people make a big deal about her marrying like Harry, and it's got like the first black royalty now. Blah 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 blah. I was like, what's a big deal? Do you know how many black populations in UK right now? There's more black people in UK than white people nowadays. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Buy a case away, 159. I don't know what that law does. Really, I don't know what that law does. Yeah, the TV series or something like that. Yeah. So like she's like actor and whatever, and she's like, oh, I gave up my my career or whatever for love, and I really wanted to at least keep us independent. What? Shut the hell up! Shut the hell up! You know. I don't know why she's even famous for anything. You know, to be really honest with you. Midnight convenience store is packing it. She opened cases. Well, she opened a big can of worm. Yes, and it goes with Charles, and if Charles dies first, it goes to, I don't even remember his name. The other guy, his brother. You know. So in a way it's insignificant, but I think the right way to do it is to renounce their royalty status. If they renounce it, then nobody will have a problem with it. And because they didn't, and they want to change things around, that's why people have a problem with it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why would people do that? It doesn't make sense to me at all. Philip. Who's Philip? Is it Philip the royal consort? Is it Philip the royal consort? Prince Harry. Was the Duchess of... shoot. Prince Harry will never become the king. I can tell you that because he's so far off. So far. He had to go through two. And you know, see how long the Queen has been living? I almost think that Queen must be smoking cigars. She lived quite long. And I think she's cool enough to smoke cigars. I gotta be very honest with you. How many of you think that Queen actually smokes cigars? Yeah, here we go. Royal consort. He's not even a king. He's a royal consort. He's a male prostitute in a way. It's good. Chat is good. Chat is going good. It's good. Right? So, I think the Queen actually smokes cigar to last this long. You know, when you read what Queen did, you know, throughout her life, I actually think she's a pretty cool woman. I think she's a pretty cool woman. But at the same time, you know, she have a screwed up family. But then again, our royal families are pretty screwed up. Did you know you can actually be adopted into royal family if you have enough money? She's gotta do something. I don't know. I really don't understand this. Like, she just want to stir up news and to make herself more marketable or something like that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. She may smoke pipe on the Englishman. That might be it. That might be it. You just don't know, right? You just don't know. You can't even get close enough to the Queen to smell her, so you can't even tell. Oh no, Martine's late night with drinking with a mason jar, that could be dangerous. I'm telling you, that might scare the new members away. That might scare the new members away. It's like, who's this guy? Today's a good day. The good weather too. It's funny. I mean, other people have horrible weather. We have crazily good weather. And I came back in jackets, you know, in like winter jackets. I was like stripping while I was driving because it's so hot. Today will be a day that's good to smoke outside. But I'm a responsible human being. I will keep the smoke inside my house, even though I have the window open. Now, Martin Amaya has made it to almost 1,000 subscribers now. He's almost there. He's almost there. He's almost going to have super chat. So I think he'll have to do streaming soon. Those are the best lives. You sure it's not what's his name? Chris Powell's super life at night, 4 hour, 5 hour chats? Those are long. Those are long. I'm surprised anybody stay up with it. Life of Martin. Yes, Martin has really grown since we started. I remember there was one point where Martin and I both had like 300 subscribers, and all of a sudden Martin, I just like, stop subscribing to me, and then Martin just boom, 600. My wife is actually pretty impressed of all the stuff Martin Maya receives. She's like, it's awesome. Martin Maya became like a celebrity, getting all kind of goodies. I was like, yeah, it's great, it's great. You know what's best is that you get to sustain the hobby, sustain and provide good information, not having to have too much expense. That's a great thing. And having the Crown Royal, not Crown Royal, Undercrown. What's it, Undercrown? Undercrown send you something, that's absolutely cool. The hats are super cool. Now I'm kind of jealous about those hats because those hats look super cool. I'm a hat guy, so you can tell. Like I actually thought those hats are really, really cool. But yeah, having a company send you stuff without telling you, you have made it. We have celebrity in the house. Right now we had what, 4 celebrity. We have Kyle and Tim, right? Kyle and Tim is one celebrity combo. We have Martina Maya, who's big celebrity now, and then we also have the standard celebrity like Bob the Cigar guy, right? Super celebrity, crown heads. There we go. And then we have Michael Wiles, who's a big celebrity in our group now. He has his own stickers now. So, yeah. Michael Wiles, big celebrity. We used to have James Patton, but then he didn't even bother to respond to anything, so he got kicked. Of course, we have Avo Jr., but yeah, he didn't last a day. He didn't last a day. He didn't last a day. And then, of course, we have the one and only cigar mechanic. It's pretty cool. Our group actually had quite a bit of celebrities in the groups. I feel pretty cool because I know them. It's like, yeah. Cigar reviewer, I know a couple. Yeah, there we go. Like, I really feel like Oh, the Michael Wells t-shirt is on the works. It's in the works. I'm actually working on that. So, yes, High Desert Man, we still have that too. High Desert Man. Now, I didn't mention High Desert Man is because he's actually pulling back on what he's doing. So I don't know if he's gonna continue to do it. I mean, obviously he asked nobody to ask about that, so I don't even know what's going on with it. I don't know High Desert Man that well, so. Big time celebrity stickers, t-shirts, possible endless. Yeah. Well, first we had to earn back the cost of making that logo. We have all 3 of them, just so you guys know. We have all 3 of them. So I will release them as I see fit, I guess. It will happen. We'll have stickers, we'll have t-shirts and stuff like that. In fact, I'm thinking that whether or not we should just for 2021 we all gotta have the t-shirts, right? But for Michael Wiles, his t-shirt had to be different because he will have a big face of himself on there. Eventually, we had to make one for Sherry, though. But first, Sherry had to come out with some sort of virus meme that's happening in the group. Now, virus meme. I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen because you guys. I'm pretty sure that you guys are doing just for the heck of it, just to bother me. Okay? Try to invent hashtag memes just to see which one happens. But I'm not gonna let you guys win. I'm gonna resist myself. It's like, I know that's a good one. Let's not make one. I know that's a good one. Let's not make one. I'm not kidding though. I bothered the designer so much that the designer actually bitched at me and says, I didn't think that it's gotta be that much work for the amount of money you pay me. Sherry's definitely need a crown on it. I just had to figure out how to get it. And Jeff Bay, don't you know who I am? Pointing my shirt. Ugh! Like that, right? It might just happen. I don't know. But yeah, I had to slow down because it's only been the first month of this year. Let's say if we just cancel out everything that we spent last year, this year we're already in the red. Okay, we're so deep in the red already. So I had to be very careful. Not to overspend before at least 6 months into the year, right? 6 months in the year, we can kind of splurge on it, but haven't got there yet. First month already, I'm already spending quite a bit of money to do crazy stuff. So I gotta slow down. Good thing is that we actually don't have a like a group bank account. Can you imagine if I was holding the group bank account? That bank account would be negative every single month. That bank account will be so on the red all the time. Staler and Worf. I don't know. I don't watch Sesame Street. I actually don't know who they are. I now have to look into it. Statler. For Sesame Street, I only know the Big Bird. Okay. Alright. I can see it. Yeah, sure. I can see that. So would the shorter guy be James? Would the shorter guy be James? So would the shorter guy be James? Would the taller guy be James? I think the shorter guy looks more like James and the taller guy looks more like Jeff. I don't know. That could be just me though. I don't know. It's dangerous. You guys are giving me dangerous ideas. But I cannot afford to do a character for everybody every single month. It would be going crazy. Designing a logo is actually not cheap. Every time they do a live, I think of those puppet guys. It is what it is. It is what it is. I want my... You all want my funny face. How sweet. You know, I might have to make one with soy sauce assassin character on it and his character on it too. Who knows? Give me that LLTK crown. I'll do a consideration. I just don't want to get into a fight with you know, that brand. One a year for OG members. And that might be doable. That might be doable. But to get through the OG members, and that would be hard. Matia Maya have his own designer though, so Matia Maya can make his own, right? Matia Maya, can you make your own? You gotta make your own, right? I think Bob the Cigar Guy should make one. Bob the Cigar Guy should make one for himself. I really think that it would be pretty cool. What do you guys think? I think Bob the Cigar Guy should really make one for himself. But yeah, like I say, we'll do it as you know, as needed. So I'm pretty sure that will be most used hashtag of the year because it seems like that is the most used hashtag last year. Michael Well's eyes was one of the most used hashtag last year. So now we're over with our 1 year anniversary things. I hope that this is it. Don't send me any more stuff that related to 1 year anniversary. I will feel really bad. So that's passed. We're on to our second year. I'm really happy that now the EST 2019 actually will mean something, because like the first year really doesn't mean anything. Like established 2019. Well, yeah, it's 2019. So that really didn't mean much in the first place. But now it actually means something. It actually now people know that we're at 1 year in. We're good. So let's move into the second year. We gotta poll. I'm gonna go back to kind of research on what we did last year, a specific time, what is good, what is bad, and that kind of stuff. But of course, what's gonna happen now is it's time for our long ash competition again. Okay. I think we'll add a rule that if I don't have photo to do a member photo, might need to do an ash fail for mine. Okay. I think we need to add a rule that, you know, once you crown the king, you cannot be crowned again or something like that. I don't know. What I had is a platinum crown rather than a gold crown, so we can do that. Like, you know, if you win the second time, you get the platinum crown. You can do that. Well, it's silver, but it's platinum crown. Group smoke together. We should do that too. Let's do that. Group smoke Wednesday. Oro Blanco. Oro Blanco. Group smoke. What do you guys think will be good for our next group smoke? I really want to do group smoke, even though I already smoked it many times. Let's do a group smoke on, you know, maybe the Reserva Natural. That's a good group smoke. I'm thinking to do a group smoke for when the new Filthy Viking came out. I think that would be a pretty cool one. What do you want to do? What do you guys think that it will be a good cigar to do a group smoke review? I'm open to suggestions. But yeah, I wanted to do I wanted to do Filthy Viking, the new one, when it comes out. I want to do Casa Cuevas because I really enjoyed that cigar, and I wanted to see what you guys think when we're smoking that cigar together. Maybe you'll find something very different. Okay, that's good. If you're crowned, you have to sit the next one out, but you can do the next one. How's that? It's not my fault. I didn't know they only have 1 box left. I just clicked real quickly at 1 box, and then when I go back, it's gone. Okay. Let's do a group smoke of our Cigar Mechanic brand. We could. It's just that I don't know if you guys have any of those cigars. Cuevas, maybe EP Carrero. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And of course, when as Cigar Mechanic gets more brands, we can try those things out too. I think that's a good idea to do a group smoke on specific cigar that he just carry new, so we can understand that new brand better. I think that's a good idea. I'll talk to Brendan about that to see if he can give me a hint on what we need to get and what I need to store and to have it here so we can do group smoke together. Because you guys know that I tend to random grab whatever cigar I have to smoke with you guys. So I still have some Espinosa too, but we already did some Espinosa's reviews. That's why I haven't been going back to that one. But what we can do is I'll talk to Brendan. Let's see what brands are coming up, and we can smoke that. One of the things I want to do that we haven't been doing much is the Grand Habanos. Grand Habanos, I did a few reviews on it, but we really haven't go through with the group smoke. We can do Batman cigar. I have one of those sitting around, so we can do that too. If we want to do that, we could. But I don't know how many of you actually have that cigar. We're gonna see how hard it is to find that cigar first. I need a reason to buy more. So yeah, we can do the Batman cigar. I'm okay with that. So let me sort all that information. What we do? We'll vote on it. We'll put up a poll, and then we'll see what people want to do the next group cigar smoke. Okay? We'll put out the poll. I think that's the easiest way to find out what people want to do group smoke on. So. I have no Espinosa, Casa, or Grand Habano in your order. Grand Habano is great. Yeah, Grand Habano is great. But it's one of those things that I feel like I really like the blue and green. That's one I can smoke over again, no problem. The other ones, I don't think I have them. I smoked it one time. I didn't feel like it was something that I want to get more of, so I didn't. But the blue and green I have more of. Yeah, let's vote on that. Let's vote on it. Our typical fashion of the Shadow Smoke Legion is to vote on everything. So we can vote on that. We'll do a poll. We can do that. We'll put out the poll tonight. Also, to remind the mods, we have 13 people join. Make sure to put them on the list if you get a chance. All you have to do is just click on it. It shows that I already put up the name, so you just put it on there. Sure, that sounds like a good idea. Corojo number 5. Yeah, I remember smoking that one. It did not impress me as much as the blue and green. But the blue and green is really good. It's a very comfortable cigar to smoke. Okay. What I want to do is some sort of review challenge again. You remember that cigars that are making everybody smoke? The secret cigar. I think we gotta do something like that again. Just have to figure out which one we're gonna do. Another one. We need to do a better job, Michael. That one, nobody liked, nobody got sick. Come on. Nobody liked it, nobody got sick. Blue and green is better, I agree. Yeah, I really think that blue and green is the better of the bunch. I know that Brendan tend to tell people to smoke the Persian King, but I'm really not impressed with that cigar. I really is not impressed with that cigar. There's no presentation. It's naked cigar. It's naked cigar with a shorter pants. I'm not trying to insult the cigar though. That's what it reminds me, alright? It's the Persian King that has no clothes, no crown, and the pants are shorter. Tabernacle will get everybody sick. A tabernacle that's just like blank. You'll get everybody sick. little woozy. I think right now most majority of the cigar that I have in the cabinet will make me woozy because I'm on a diet. When I'm on a diet, I'm always low on sugar. Always low on sugar. Good night, man. So I think it's doable. We can do some of those events that we did last year just to have fun, just a little have fun. I'll have to start putting out some prizes too. All right, and don't forget, if you donate it to Bob, we have 3 prizes. 3 prizes for winning. Okay, 3 prizes, and I should still have it here. Yeah, Davidoff Wagner, 1916 Chinese cigar. Or the cooler bag, okay? Or the cooler bag. So, you know, if you donate it, you have a chance to win. I can tell you there's only 7 or 8 right now. Maybe 8? 8 or 9 maybe. That joined the donation. So, you know, if you think about that one, they have like a 30% chance to win right now. You gotta make the chance harder. Come on. Lennox is good and strong, but then yeah, that will get me sick. I've tried those before. They'll be sick. I mean, I don't actually smoke that much FDs because they're relatively strong to start with. Majority of them are relatively strong to start with. You know, we can do a group smoke on bowls. You know, LFD the bowl at Louisiana bowl, that would be a good one to group smoke. But it's so hard to find them though. It's so hard to find them. So hard to find them. I don't know, like, you know, to do a group smoke, we need to have something that's easy to get, or easy to find, or at least a way to find them, like an outlet to get them. So triple threat will make you ill, yeah. Or like triple Maduro from like Camacho, that will get you sick too. Why is it elevator right now? Yeah, and I also have to start working on those 30-second review again. I have so many recorded, I just have to put them together. Okay, so you probably see like 1 or 2 every other days, because I have so many lined up to put them together. All I have to do is put them together. So that's something I have to work on too. Slap. Casa Cueva smoke tonight makes you want. Yeah, literally that will be the smoke that I go to buy every day. So if I'm there all the time, every time I go there, I'll buy a box for sure for Casa Cuevas. Habano is great. It's just so easy. You might want to double check. Check with Bob. Just send him a message, see if he got it. That Whopper review was awesome. That Whopper, I honestly tell you guys, that Whopper, it was bad. Like, not even my dog want to eat it. Dog will eat anything, okay? My dog will chew my shoes, and it tastes like crap. But he won't eat that Whopper. I show you guys the picture, right? The dog really don't want to eat that Whopper. It's like, you know, it doesn't. You know? You'll eat the bread, but you won't eat the meat. So, I don't know. The CEO says he want to completely replace meat by 2036 or something like that. I can honestly tell you that that's not gonna happen. So long as I'm alive, I am going to fight for meat. Okay, I'm gonna eat meat. I am not gonna eat vegetable meat. I'm gonna eat meat. Why make something to replace something that's already existent? Like, if you want to be a vegan, eat vegetable. That's fine. No one's gonna stop you. Don't make vegetable taste like meat, because when vegetable tastes like meat, you want to eat meat. Right? You want to eat meat. That's why you want vegetable to taste like meat. Stop doing that. Just simply eat meat. It's okay. You know why it's okay? Because before you eat those meats, they are already dead. They are already dead before you eat them. Alright? Before you eat them, those meats were dead. So whether or not you eat them, those meat are still dead. They're not gonna live any longer because you don't eat them. They are just gonna be dead. I mean, I'm being honest with you guys, right? The vegetables are dead the moment you grab them. You know, you eat it. So is the meat. The meat's on the shelf. It's not like I choose not to eat meat, and all of a sudden those meat is gonna turn back to a cow, right? Not everybody cooks like Gordon Ramsay's chef, where like he can make dishes come back to life. This beef is so raw, it's still moving. You donkey! It's not gonna happen. Not everybody could be Gordon Ramsay, where he's like, the seafood is so raw, it's still swimming. That doesn't happen. Just because you don't eat them. All right, Martin, talk to you later. Those meats are on the shelf. They're already dead. Even if you don't eat them, they're already dead. All right? You're not harming animals because they're already dead. All right? The supply and demand will not change the amount of cow they're killing. It will not. It will just change the price of the cow. Okay? What? I used to know a vegetarian who would order Whopper no meat, and I asked him if he's really hungry, does he order double Whopper no meat? Double Whopper no meat, you get 2 slices of cheese. Technically, if you get Whopper with cheese. Come on, it just doesn't make sense. For those people that want to eat just vegetables, there is no healthy things on it ever. You're lacking your iron. Your body does not produce iron. Protein can change anything except iron. All right, iron is the foundation of blood making. If you care for making blood, you don't want to go and just die. Eat iron, okay? But not like I'm gonna eat my cutter because there's iron in it. No, don't do that. Eat meat. Eat red meat. It's okay. It's not gonna kill you. This chicken is so undercooked, a skilled vegetarian can revive it. Yeah, I mean, like, why would people think that because they don't eat meat, they're saving the environment? They're not. Eat meat. The cow is producing so much methane gas, they need to be killed. All right? It's the same way people feel so bad about, like, deer hunting, open season and stuff like that. They don't understand that those things overpopulate things. They when animal nothing to do, they hump. And when they hump, they get pregnant and then okay. All right? So when they are overpopulated, they destroy vegetables and farms and all that stuff. So that's why you have open season to reduce the amount, because they hump all day. Okay, they hump all day. Like something like rabbit humps all day. Rats hump all day. So they produce a lot of babies. So to reduce the amount, they have open season so you can hunt them and use them for meat. Don't waste them. Don't waste them, okay? I totally don't understand. I totally don't. I know killing animal is a very like gruesome thing, but they're not asking you to look at them slaughter animals. No one is asking you to slaughter any animals. They're already dead before you buy them. You're not gonna go to a store and say, hey, that buck over there looks tasty. I want that one. Go kill them now. You're not, and they're not gonna go in front of you and hold it on the neck of them. Yeah, they're not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. They're already dead. Frozen, dead for days. In fact, some steaks are aged for months, so they're dead for months. Okay, eat them, because if you don't, they go to waste. Don't let corpse go to nothing. Give some meaning to their life. Give some meaning to their life. Their sacrifice of their life make your life better. Honor them. Pray for them if you want to. Bless them before you eat them. Alright, bless them. The Father has provided us meats. To the Mother, to the Father, to the Holy Spirit, amen. You can pray for the meat before you eat them if you want to, and then the cow might go to heaven. And in fact, I think a cow go to heaven, the cow is like, you go back down there. Because obviously, I think Christian should know that God created animal for food. It's different when you have to do it yourself. Definitely give you another respect for it. And I still, yeah. When you have to kill a life for food, you respect it more, because you're using a life. You're not wasting anything, right? Other than the guts, you eat everything. You use the skin for leather and stuff like that. You gotta think that you're killing animal, the animal die and such. Come on, let's be serious here. Even if you don't kill them, they're gonna die. Even if you don't kill them, they are gonna die of old age. And if they die of old age, they're worthless. Why? Because you can't eat the meats. They gotta be feeding flies or maybe coyotes. All right. I'm not telling you to fight over food with the polar bear where the polar bear already don't have enough food. I'm telling you to eat things that we already over farmed, like the cows, and there's way too much of them. There's way too much of them. So eat them. All right. Because if you don't eat them, you're gonna one day. If let's say this, okay, if everybody became vegan, one day this is what's gonna happen. You gotta walk in the street and you gotta fist fight a cow. I guarantee it. If you don't eat cows, like in India, one day you'll go on the street and you'll have to fight the cows. Alright? You'll fight the cow like the fight in Campo. I don't know if you ever watched that movie before. The cow will know some martial arts and beat you up. You know why? Because you guys are fighting over that patch of grass you're about to eat. That cow is gonna eat that grass, and you need that grass too because you're eating vegetables. You gotta fight over that grass. Do you really want to do that? Do you really want to fist fight a cow? You don't. You really don't want to get roundhouse kicked by a cow. Eat the cow. Eat the cow now, before it gets horrible. Before you have to, endure the same issue as India, where they can't eat the cows and the cows just go out there and literally ruin like markets, step on things, bother people, and then you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, right? Eat the cow so you don't have that problem. You won't have overpopulated of cows and bulls and stuff like that. You don't have to fist fight them. You don't have to fight over your food, because your food will be vegetable. That patch of grass that the cow hasn't eaten yet. I can tell you, cow has 2 stomachs. They will eat more than 10 times of the vegetable that you're eating. So if you don't eat them, they gotta eat your food, and you have to fight them for your food. And by then you'll feel even worse, because after you beat them to death, let's say if you're that good, you can hand wrestle the cow to death, and you're like, yeah, I win. What you gotta do is leave the cow's body there. Leave the cow's body there. Have you seen a dead whale on the beach? You know how hard it is to clean up a big gigantic corpse? Not recommended. Not recommended. Just eat the cow today so you don't have to fight over vegetable in the future, because they can eat much more than you, and they can eat much faster than you, and they have 2 stomachs. Tony Macaroni. What is my opinion on Hong Kong? Which perspective? I mean, that's a big long question. What's your opinion on Hong Kong? My opinion on Hong Kong is a nice place. I like the food over there. People are busy all the time. Like, what perspective are you looking for? What perspective are you looking for? If you ask me which side is wrong, I can tell you motor callback. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Don't let that happen. Save the world. Save the world. I don't have the sad music going on anymore, but save the world, eat the cow. Save the world, eat the cow, okay? But yeah, Tony Macaroni, unfortunately, if you're looking for some political thing about which protest is going on, I can honestly tell you that I think the people is at the wrong. I think people is at the wrong. Now, I am not a pro-Chinese government person. I really think that I don't support communism, so that's one thing. However, there is clear stated law. When you don't like a law, sure, you protest about it. You don't get violent. Don't go destroy public facilities and occupy an airport. That all the things that they do only cause inconvenience to the common people. They haven't done anything that would really inconvenience the government. All right, so I think their way of doing it is wrong, and because they broke a law, they should get arrested. They should get punished for it. Other than that, I mean, people are still the same way it is. They're asking for things that doesn't even make sense. They try to coup the state, coup the city, whatever. It doesn't even make sense. So I'm not saying that the idea is wrong. The way they did it is wrong. The way they did it is wrong. If you wanna change something, convince your politicians. All All right, convince your politician. Get some lobbyists. Convince your politician. Don't try to inconvenience common people. That's not the right way to do it. All right, that's not the right way to do it. Destroying like public property is not. I don't even know if I can recall any part of that movie. So I can't tell you. I can't tell you on that. Anyway, it is 2 hours now. We have our fun. Today's conversation is quite, there's a lot going on in the chat room. That's actually pretty cool. Usually we don't have that much action in the chat room. So, makes me happy. That's pretty good. hey, you would think that when eating cow you have some fiber. Eat the cow and then eat some grass to make the cow in your stomach feel better. Watch it. It's free on YouTube. Well, if I have time, I'll try to watch it. But I honestly don't feel like that. That the people that protest is doing it right, because the moment that they are, okay, that show, okay, that's a really old movie. Okay, now I know which one I'm talking about. I don't think it's the same. So yeah. Anyways, 2 hours. But I want to tell you that I just tell you the idea of trying to make the government better for the people is right. That's fine. But don't do it the way they did it. The way they did it, it makes it wrong, right? The moment that you go violent, you have done it wrong. So because they done it wrong, I cannot support them. There you go. Ding. Anyways, 2 hours. Have a good night, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Who knows? And tomorrow I'll be hanging out with Justin and Kyle and Daniel Cruz. So that will happen. Probably post some pictures. I'll see you guys sometime next week, if not tomorrow. And coin will be sent out next week. All right. Have a good night. I'll talk to you guys later. Be saucy, be safe, be nice. All those troublemakers not in today, so I'm not gonna tell them to behave. But if they watch this, behave, and try to get familiar with the new members. All right. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.